Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. My name is Jarrett. I'm a corporate videographer in Raleigh, North Carolina. Today we're going to be taking a look and continuing the series looking at Niels Windfeldt from Oslo, a commercial director with some unique perspectives. And today we're going to be taking a look at a commercial for Halite. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. So today is going to be a quick one because I'm currently in the process of moving and everything's kind of makeshift where I'm at right now, but let's jump into these images and see if we can figure anything out. What we're going to see consistently through all these images is that they're all very dark and very moody. And if we cut on the false color, we can see that most of the image is sitting 5 to 6 stops below middle gray, with the pop of light typically coming on what would naturally be a brighter object in the frame. So for instance here, you can see through the costuming, they're helping to pop the skin tone out simply by having all dark costuming. So the only thing sitting about 3 to 2.5 stops below middle gray is going to be the skin tone that we see here. And even then, that is very dark considered compared to what it would be, you know, if it were properly lit. It would be around 1 stop above middle gray because this is a fair-skinned individual. So everything really down low, consistently low, and then the costuming is helping popping out those elements that your eye should be drawn to, like the skin tone here. With this image, we can really see the texture, the grain of the film stock that they're shooting with. And I believe this was shot with an Reflex 416, potentially with Portra 400, although I'm not 100% sure. I promise you, in the next one I will look into that, but for now, we're just assuming. But definitely shot on film. I do know that. I don't know the particulars, but definitely shot on film, and we can begin to see that grain and the texture in the clouds here, sitting still below middle gray. Nothing is at middle gray except for those lights in the distance you can see popping. So once again, this image is very dark. It helps that it is already dark, and that they're shooting really early in the morning or far after the sun has set. Same with this image, pretty much just a wash, really low saturation, low contrast, but everything is consistently dark, although it does help to note and realize that there is still about 3.5 to 4 stops of dynamic range here in the image. So helping silhouette him. Obviously you don't want a background that is exactly the same luminance as him, so a little bit of silhouetting going on here by about 2 stops. Then here in this image, pure fire in the background, film's going to handle those intense highlights really, really well. So even though you're dealing with a dark frame and potentially exposing for something that's really, really bright, you can still see that everything is held, it's retained, it's not even hitting 5.5 or 6 stops above middle gray. As you can see, there is no presence of yellow or red in the false color that we're looking at. And then with this image, I thought it was a good example of, number one, really opening up the iris to just have your eye drawn directly to the focal point, and also really gradual and soft fall off. You can see that the light is coming from upstage. It's opposite side of the camera, and you can see the line that's hitting her and silhouetting her from the background is a stop above middle gray, which is proper for her skin tone, and then gradually falls off all the way to the other end to about 4.5, 5.5 stops below middle gray. But it's a very gradual transition and fall off. And of course, this is for Halite. Really interesting brand video. I'll put the full video in the front so you guys get a chance to see it. If you would like to check out more of Niels Windfeldt's work, I will put a link in the description if YouTube allows me. I don't know if I have that option yet, but appreciate you guys watching this really quick one. And once I get settled in here, we'll get back to the longer form videos with a little bit more consistent breakdown. So thank you for watching.